Hello, welcome back to this amazing channel. um, yeah, getting right into it. I tried recording this video already once, but um, yeah, got kind of lost in what I was saying and decided to redo it, which isn't the philosophy of this channel. I think that going with the flow when I'm talking for these things, I should just leave it all in and kind of like a conversation or whatever. I mean, I've spoken about it before, but yeah. Anyways, the topic is not very real. It's not a topic which many people can discuss. It's more like how I want to take something out of me. Um, and that's that. These past few days, maybe two or three, I've just been feeling very lost, very. I can't explain it very well. Um, I think lost will do as a word for now. I've just lost my head completely, and I'm trying to, you know, kind of go through a fog of thoughts and emotions or whatever. So what's happened is um, I have like this time I have many stresses in my life. Like I have a lot of work to be stressing about. I have some results from exams, scholarships, or whatever, and I'm waiting for them to come out to see, what I'll do with my life. And on top of that, I work a lot, and there were a lot of complications with work. Basically, my boss being, I won't comment on it, you know. But yeah, let's just say complications with work. And so, yeah, it's just been a very difficult time. And I was explaining in my last recording that I feel like how John Frusciante did when he first left the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Um, for those of you who don't know, um, when John Frusciante left the Red Hot Chili Peppers, so first of all, for those of you who don't know, he was the lead guitarist, and he came back to make all the music we know and love today. Um, but yeah, there was just a time when he lost himself. He started abusing drugs. He became borderline schizophrenic, if not completely schizophrenic. But yeah, um, yeah. At that point in his life, he made two or three albums, which were solo projects, very experimental albums where he played guitar on top of another guitar, on top of a reversed guitar, and he sang with some very questionable vocals. And I don't know, listening to those songs in my state right now, I've just been feeling it. I've been feeling very connected to them because what I sense in them is a man being lost in a dark room or in the fog of his own thoughts. As I said, I think in this recording, not the last one. Um, so yeah, in general, it's not. I don't want to say it's the first time that I've felt like this. There was a time in my second year of college when, God, there was this girl we were talking, and after a few months of us being very close and, me falling for her and stuff, she abandoned me completely. And so for the rest of the year, or at least until the summertime, I was just depressed completely. Like I wasn't the same. I wouldn't talk. I wouldn't do this, that, which wasn't just because of the girl, but with everything going on in life, having something that brutal, it's not the main, source of that. It's just the trigger that's being pulled and makes you feel that way. And it's not an emotion that's very far from me. I think this feeling of being lost, and it's very difficult to explain because it's not just in the present where it's like, okay, what do I do today? You know, it's not being able to even fantasize about the future because for me, I'm very heavy into, romanticizing what's to come and God, like situations or planning ahead or who knows. But I'm not able to do that currently. I'm just in a very enclosed space in my head. Um, so yeah, it's very. I said it. I've said it a lot already, but it's very difficult to put it into words because I don't even know what I'm feeling. When I'm feeling lost, it's just I don't know what's going on, and it's exactly that. I have no idea what's going on around me. I don't know what's going on in my head. Every day feels very far away from me. Like it's like I'm watching it from a third person perspective, or that I'm watching other people's lives when I'm interacting with them happening, and I'm just watching that. It's very it's very weird. Um, Usually, when this happens, it's because there's a big change or something really good happening. You know, there's always a storm before a rainbow, or there's night before day. It's the natural path of things, of life. So, I try to not let it, bother me too much. But, it's still difficult to do that. Yeah. I don't know. I don't even know if it's worth making a video about this, but I honestly have no other thoughts these days. It's just that me being completely lost. And also kind of scared for this channel because, you know, I feel like I've talked about most things that I want to talk about. And what happens after that? Do I just abandon it? I don't want to. I think it's fun, and some people have shown um, great love for this channel, which I'm very grateful for, and very thankful that these people, exist and show this love. But yeah, um, so I should probably add, in order to combat this feeling lost and being in this sort of mental space I'm in right now, I have taken it upon myself until the end of the summer to try and make an album, very experimental, the way Frusciante did. Because I noticed that when playing guitar, for example, and feeling this way, um, it it helps. Not in the sense that I stop feeling lost, but it just gets some emotion out of you, and bending the strings, feeling your fingers like right now they have blisters. You can't see it. I don't know why I even showed it, but yeah, having like blisters at the tips of my fingers from bending the strings, and uh, it's just so much emotion when the guitar makes very high note sounds and bending them. You just feel like you're your own self screaming, and I don't know. I find it very therapeutic to be able to do that. So yeah, I thought I'd take a page out of his book, not the drug abuse part of it, and don't do drugs. I should say it. Um, Hopefully, no one needs to hear that. But yeah, I thought I'd take a page out of his book and see if that helps me, or if that just makes me ascend more into darkness and insanity. That's what it did for him, I think, after the first one. But yeah, I mean, I've just been feeling very unmotivated to do anything, and I think that this album is a great chance to get that feeling back because I've have stopped reading books, even though I love them. There's um there's three or four I have in my collection right now, which I really am dying to read. I had started just before this whole thing started happening to me. I started watching movies again, like quite a lot, almost daily, and I threw that away as well. Um, but yeah, I don't know. In general, I feel like I'm doing nothing in my life, even with work, even if I'm doing these great projects and stuff. just feels like I'm going nowhere. So I have to find a way to get out of this path that I'm in, which is never easy, but you know, you always have to give it your all and try and do it. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything more I should add. Um, if there is something that I would like to give, like as advice or whatever is, be happy with every waking moment. Sure, there will be some sad times. Um, I can guarantee that. But, you know, you will look back at them and you will see that you grew after those very hard times. You grew into something more beautiful. And I don't know. That's just how I feel about my own situations a lot. Um, yeah. Now, other closing thoughts. Thanks for watching this very happy video. And I'll see you guys. I don't know. You know the drill. See you.